This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Craig Colson, in tonight for Beth and Peter. Coming up tonight, we'll have all the day's news, including the latest on a rally at the State House today, the latest on efforts to change the Maine flag, and more. Even a live report coming up from Bangor, where they're having a night at the museum tonight. But first, let's get right into it. The Maine State Police asking for your help in locating a man wanted for several crimes in Hancock and Penobscot counties. 42-year-old David Mishu of Lee has multiple warrants for his arrest. They say they have reason to believe that Mishu has cut his hair and lost weight since this picture was taken. If you see David Mishu, we're told not to approach him. Anyone with information is asked to call the Bangor Regional Communications Center at 973-3700, option 9. And when you do that, you're expected to ask for Trooper Ramp. Well, meanwhile, in other news, the Senate has given initial approval to a northern Maine transmission line. LD 924 seeks legislative approval for the construction of a high-voltage transmission line connecting northern Maine to ISO New England. The project is expected to alleviate issues around renewable energy generation in Aroostook County. Renewable energy projects there face significant economic challenges due to a lack of connection to the New England power grid. Senate President Troy Jackson sponsored that bill. He said, quote, connecting Aroostook County to the ISO New England could be a game changer for the region. Not only would it support quality, good-paying jobs, but it would also grow our supply of cheap, clean, renewable energy that is desperately needed in that area. The project now is expected to need appropriate permits for regulatory agencies from those agencies before construction can actually begin. Well, meanwhile, a big rally at the State House today. People came from all over the state to support an effort to create so-called harm reduction centers. It's an effort to reduce the shocking number of overdose deaths here in the state of Maine. Our Matthew Jurancic has more.
We really just want them to let us save our friends.
Recovery and harm reduction advocates took to the third floor of the State House, urging legislators to vote in favor of allowing overdose prevention centers in Maine.
Saving lives is the most important thing that the state legislature can do, and by passing LD 1364, they will help save lives.
Supporters lined the halls, holding up signs and handing out purple carnations to legislators, resembling the amount of lives lost due to overdoses.
Harm reduction health centers are the only life-saving intervention that has a 100% effective rate of keeping our friends, family, and community members alive.
In the words of Dr. Seuss, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to change.
LD 1364 has been met with opposition, especially from Governor Mills, who says, quote, the establishment of such a center would be premature and a violation of federal law, end quote. However, supporters will not go down without a fight.
And if she wants to veto this, then we're going to send a message today that she doesn't have that power. We have the power, and we're giving it to the Maine people. Senator
Luckner says he's grateful to see so much support for the bill.
It's really inspirational. This is their bill. I introduced it on their behalf, on the behalf of all my friends and people that I've known over the years who have passed away from an opioid death, overdose death, and it's really inspiring to see folks come out for it.
In Augusta, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, a public library is opening a new chapter with a unique book club. Our David Ledford brings us that story.
Challenges and bans were starting to crop up around the country, so I thought that would be an interesting topic to explore with the kids.
In Orono, a small group of kids is pushing back against book censorship with the help of Lindsay Varnum, Youth Services Librarian at Orono Public Library. The Banned Book Club, open to kids in grades 8 through 12, meets once a month to read and discuss books that have been banned or challenged across the country and locally.
We do talk about things that are happening in other districts in Maine, just so that they are aware that it is happening in Maine close to home. We talk about trends that are happening nationwide.
One Orono resident and longtime patron of the library says he hopes the program will help to refocus the conversation around banned books, from being a political statement to meeting the educational needs of kids.
Unfortunately, it has become a partisan political issue. It should not be, and it often is not a moral issue. The only moral involved is the ability to accept and get along with others.
Varnum says it's important to provide kids with a variety of books, both to learn about people who are different from them and to feel represented in the stories they read.
A lot of the books that are being challenged and banned are books by authors of color, or that have main characters of color, or who are authors that are part of the LGBTQ community. And I think it's really important that those marginalized people have a voice, and I think it's important for kids who belong to those communities to see themselves in books.
Those interested in joining the club can email the library at library@orono.org. In Orono, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, after many complications with the city of Bangor, G-Force Entertainment says they will be closing permanently. Devin Dagnall has the story.
You know, I've been selling smiles for about 25 years.
Since 2006, G-Force has been selling smiles to adults and children throughout the state, but owner and CEO Brian Plavnik says it's time to close up shop.
My family's upset. I'm upset. You know, my wife's in some ways happy that she's going to get me back 100% all the time, but it's still sad. You know, it definitely is. It's a sad chapter to, you know, for a business that's been around for a while.
Back in the early 2000s, Plavnik opened the first iteration of G-Force in Aroostook County. After a few years, G-Force moved to a more permanent location in Augusta and then moved again to Brewer before finally finding its last home in the Bangor Mall.
We had open arms here at the Bangor Mall, which is a great place to grow a business, and so we moved here.
Plavnik attributes the closure of G-Force to recent financial problems caused by zoning and licensing complications. Although this is the end of an era for Plavnik, he sees this as an opportunity to spend more time with those who matter most: family.
I'm going to focus on my son and on family. I'm going to go visit my mom in Florida. I haven't visited her in quite some time. I just can't say enough thank you to everybody. We just can't really continue. It's very difficult.
Plavnik will be closing the bar and laser tag after this Sunday, but he wants to keep the arcade open for just a few more weeks. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Still a little time for people to go play some games over there. Well, in other news tonight, the Maine state flag might be changing back to its original 1901 form. Here's Doug Banks with more on that effort.
Our current state flag might be changing, or restored depending on how you look at it. With the House of Representatives Tuesday night voting to advance a bill that seeks to have our first state flag from 1901 to 1909 become the flag of Maine's future. The bill passed, but split the House, with all except 5 Democrats voting for changing the current flag.
I see that flag more on houses than the current state flag. I see it on, other shirts and mugs and stickers. I mean, you can go right outside the State House right now and see it on a number of vehicles outside. It just seems like the public has really embraced this as a symbol of pride of our state.
Representative Sean Paulus is the one who was behind the bill to change the state flag. On the other side of the aisle, Representative Billy Bob Falkingham hopes the state flag remain as it is.
I like the blue background. I think it goes back to Civil War significance to have that blue flag. And I like it, and I think most of the Maine people do. And I don't think the people of Maine want us down here changing our flag. I think they think that we've got more important things to get to than changing the state flag.
It is true. The blue in Maine's flag represents the Maine soldiers who fought for the Union. But the flag we have today isn't identical to what it was for the Union soldiers.
Once our supplies were damaged beyond repair, the federal government then began to issue flags. And all the federal government flags for troops were blue. And they generally had either the state coat of arms or the federal coat of arms or some combination of both on them. So, for example, the 20th Maine had as their flag a blue flag with the U.S. Eagle and coat of arms on it. But other troops like the 5th Maine had a blue flag with the state coat of arms on it.
The bill in question is not to change the flag to one specific design, but to change the flag back to what it was in 1901. A green pine tree, blue North Star, and a buff background, with the Secretary of State having the final approval.
Because people have certain gut reactions to them, not always positive, but they have those reactions. And you say, wait a minute, that's just a piece of colored cloth. How can that evoke these emotions and these reactions in these people? And it's like you started saying, why is this so political? That's a reaction in some ways, and that's worth studying.
For ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Doug Banks.
Very interesting discussion there. We'll keep you up to date on that. Well, it's time now to turn our attention to the forecast, and what can you say? It's just been a soggy week out there, and it looks like it will continue. Fortunately, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's check in with Chase for a first look at your forecast.
Today's first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners. Saliba's Rug Cleaners are Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. All right, that rain is continuing to stick around right now and is going to start to let up as we get into the weekend. But right now we can see that we still have that low pressure system slowly circulating over us. And right by Bangor, there are still a few showers in the area. It looks like they're starting to move a little bit to the northwest. But as you can see, a lot of the rain is concentrated west of Bangor. And there's a few moderate showers to heavy even in this area. But other than that, the rain is nothing too extreme. So going into the high temperatures for today, Bangor is sitting at 60 degrees with a few chillier temperatures just south near the coast and actually some warmer temperatures to the southwest. We see Freiburg at 63 degrees and Sanford at 64, and it's a lot cooler up north near Clayton Lake at 54 degrees. So for your overnight planner tonight, we're going to have those scattered showers continuing to move through the area, and the temperatures are going to stick around 50 degrees and become a little bit less around 49 near 6 a.m. Craig?
All right, thank you, Chase. We'll have to wait a couple more days, then we'll see more of the sunshine. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, Heart of Maine United Way, holding their annual campaign celebration this evening. Our Devin Dagnall will be live at the Cole Land Transportation Museum to tell us all about it. That story and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
Mow, dig, haul. The BX Series subcompact tractor offers ultimate versatility with built-in quality and reliability, dedicated dealer support for an ownership experience and service that's second to none. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today. Get the BX 1880 tractor with loader and mower for payments starting at $227 plus save up to $800.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Heart of Maine United Way's annual campaign celebration is underway right now at the Galen Cole Family Land Transportation Museum. Our Devin Dagnall is also there and joins us now live with more. How's it going, Devin?
We're going great here at the Cole Museum. I'm joined by United Way President and CEO Shira Patterson. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So, as I understand it, it was over 3,000 donors, more than $1 million donated this year to the campaign. How does it all feel?
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's $1.6 million, so we are even happier, right? So it is just incredible to be here tonight celebrating all these funds raised for our community.
Okay, so what are we looking forward to tonight?
Oh my gosh, well, we've already been having fun with the vehicles and checking out the history of our transportation history here, but we are really looking forward to celebrating our award-winning companies, saying thank you to our donors. You know, like you said, 3,000 people. That is a lot of people. That adds up to $1.6 million, and that helps 1 in 3 people right here in the heart of Maine.
Wow. And so from this year's campaign, were there any highlights for you?
Oh my gosh, it's all so much fun, but really being here together again, because it's the first time we've done this event like this in 3 years. And so it really is incredible to be here celebrating our community, and just it's all volunteers that make this happen, and that's important.
Okay, is there anybody you'd like to give a special thanks to tonight?
Oh my gosh, I'd love to thank Bangor Savings Bank and all of our donors and all of our volunteers.
Okay, so what's next? What's coming up this year?
Well, we are looking forward to raising even more money for our community. We have a lot of nonprofit partners waiting in the wings to raise more money. We need it, so we're happy to raise as much as we can.
All right, well, we probably should send it back to Craig, so back to you, Craig.
All right, thank you, Devin. Nice to see my old friend Shira there, too. What a fun way to celebrate tonight. Thank you for sharing that with us. Well, in other news tonight, credit unions across the state are banding together to raise tens of thousands of dollars for a very good cause. As part of the fight to end hunger in Maine, Maine's Credit Union League has challenged local credit unions and their members to raise $100,000 in the month of June. Participating unions are accepting donations of all sizes, no matter how small.
Maybe you skip your cup of coffee and you make a $5 donation to the campaign for ending hunger. It's amazing just what $2 will benefit. $2 will help provide a family of 4 with a meal. So skip your cup of coffee and pay it forward one day and help provide a meal to a family in need.
Well, not a member of a credit union, but would still like to donate. Donations are also accepted through campaignforendinghunger.org. The Maine Credit Union League has long been a champion of that cause, fighting hunger here in the state of Maine. Well, still to come here on ABC 7 News at 6, Bangor Track and Field preparing to host the New England Tournament at Cameron Stadium this weekend. We'll have that story and much more right after the break.
Make your waterfront even more fun and more functional than it already is with a Shoremaster premium dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, with standing docks, rolling docks, floating docks, and boat lifts for any watercraft. Shoremaster's nearly limitless customization options make it easy to create the perfect dock system for your needs. Take your shoreline to the next level with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Phil Levesque.
president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to pole and chainsaws, Milwaukee's battery-operated, high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start out on the track here. A big weekend in Bangor coming up over at Cameron Stadium. The Rams are hosting the New England Track and Field Championships on Saturday. The decision happened back in May after Thornton Academy could no longer host the regional tournament. Events begin at 10 a.m. at Cameron Stadium. And for the Rams, they say hosting a tournament like this in a new facility is a great opportunity to show off the program. They're just excited for one last race on their home track. Here, I'm going to keep going with the Rams story. The Rams are sending a lot of athletes to the regional championship, including their entire girls team. After winning the state finals for the third time in a row last weekend, the Rams are certainly proud of how they had to grind out the gold through those elements. And we are going to keep going here. Let's go back to those highlights that we saw briefly. We are going to stay with those high school sports. Regional tournament rolling along for both baseball and softball. We will go to the Class D North semis in baseball. That's where we will start. Defending regional champs Machias looking to get back to the title game over Bangor Christian. Bottom three runners on second and third. Robbie Giles rips a grounder. They're going to go for the play at the plate. Jalen Reed beats the throw, and then Conrad Straubel wheeling around. He scores on the miscue. That makes it a 7-1 ball game. Same inning here. Runners on for Micah Robert. He ropes this one into left field. That's going to get down. That will bring in one run to score. Robert is going to get to second with a double. Bulldogs would turn in some nice defense to get out of it, though. Good play here by Mickey Fitzsimmons, fielding his position well, but they just couldn't get the bats going against Jay Libby. He was too good. Strikes out Denver Ferguson looking, and then he's going to get Blake Bridges here swinging to end the frame. Patriots win 9-1. They are headed to the Northern Maine Finals. To some Class B softball now. Old Town and Ellsworth battling out at Keswick Field at UMaine. Top of the third. Ellsworth down 2-1. Hannah Wagstaff loops this one down the left field line. That's going to bring home Sophie Lynch wheeling around from second. That's going to tie the game up. To the top of the fourth we go now. First and third, a pump fake from Gabrielle Cody. That's going to fool the runner at third. She gets caught up, and that's going to turn into a nice play at the plate for the Coyotes. To the top of the fifth inning we go now. Aaliyah Manning up for Ellsworth. She rips one into right. Lynch is going to come around to score again. The Eagles would take a 3-2 lead, but finally, bottom five, Wheeler hits one up the middle. Haley Seroy scores. Here comes Taylor Madden, but the throw to the plate is in time. They would get her, but the Coyotes tack on another one late. They win it 4-3. And that is all the time we have for sports. Here is Chase Ropenack with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you, Tyler. Today's Maine weather is brought to you by Maine Made Relief. Brown-tail moth rash relief is extremely effective in battling the symptoms of rash from the brown-tail moth. Handmade with natural ingredients in Blue Hill, Maine. All right. We still have that big low pressure system circulating over our area. As you can see, it's got some counterclockwise rotation. It looks like it kind of traveled a little bit to the left side of the state, which you normally do not see with low pressure systems. They like to move from the west to the east, but this one is going to start moving out of our area to the east by the end of the weekend. It's moving very slowly, just like this turtle on the road. So the rain is definitely going to stick around for a few more days. Make sure you have your umbrellas and be careful out there on the roads as the rain continues to pour. Going into the highs for today, Bangor is sitting around 60 degrees. We see some cooler temperatures up north near Clayton Lake at 55 and some warmer temperatures to the southwest by Freiburg and Sanford around 63 and 64 degrees. Going into tonight, the temperatures aren't going to drop too much. Bangor at 49 and Clayton Lake at 46 degrees, so it's a little bit chillier up north and, as per usual, a little bit warmer to the southwest as it has been the few days with temperatures in the low to mid 50s. So getting into the temperature trend throughout the week, we're seeing low to mid 60s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then finally, that's when the rain clears up by Sunday and Monday. Those temperatures are going to rise almost near 80 on Monday. We're going to see 79. And then we are sadly expecting some more rain by Tuesday and Wednesday, but those temperatures will still be pretty warm in the low 70s. So looking at the future forecast, we can see that we have some scattered showers in the area passing through Bangor and central Maine. It's nothing too heavy as we've seen the last few days, and it's going to start to taper off going into the weekend. So then we will start to see some much more beautiful weather, but unfortunately we do have some more rain coming up by Monday and Tuesday, which we'll look at later on. But as we get into the wind speeds right now, we see Bangor sitting at 6 miles per hour with a southeast wind, and much of the area is around the same. We can see some winds are a little bit stronger, some are a little lower, but other than that, just some breezy winds in the state of Maine today. Nothing too severe out there for you guys. So going into tonight's forecast, the low is going to be 47 degrees. It'll be a little chilly. We still have those showers continuing on throughout the night. And around after 11 p.m., there will be areas of dense fog. So please be careful out there if you're out driving late at night tonight. So going into tomorrow, the high is going to be 65 degrees, where those scattered showers are going to continue. And the winds will be coming from the northeast at around 5 miles per hour. So for your extended forecast, that rain is going to continue through the weekend, and then Monday will finally let up. We'll see that high of 79. It will be beautiful weather out there that day, but then on Tuesday is when the rain chance is going to start to come back and the temperatures will drop into the low 70s. Craig?
All right, at least maybe a couple more days until we see a nice sunny day. Maybe if we all think warm thoughts or something. Back with more right after the break.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
Key Appliance, we hold the key to savings.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other, featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
Mow, dig, haul. The BX Series subcompact tractor offers ultimate versatility with built-in quality and reliability, dedicated dealer support for an ownership experience and service that's second to none. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today. Get the BX 1880 tractor with loader and mower for payments starting at $227 plus save up to $800.
You found the one. Peaks Hill Lodge in Dedham. Beautiful outdoor and indoor weddings and events in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. Dance the night away on our 1,100 square foot dance floor. Full service catering and cash bar. Peaks Hill Lodge. Contact us to schedule a tour and book your wedding today.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Tonight, the dangerous smoke blanketing the Northeast. How long will orange haze darken the skies? And how much farther could it travel? The Canada wildfires impacting millions. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Well, this is pretty interesting. Nebraska's Valmont Industries hosted the second annual National Association of Tower Erectors Unmanned Aircraft Systems Expo this week. There's a mouthful. And a large focus has been on crashing drones into telecom towers on purpose. The use of drones has been taking off with technicians, especially when conditions are unsafe for humans. Organizers say they want to prove towers will be fine, even if there's a drone accident out there. Kind of neat. That probably looks like a bunch of older guys with their toys right now, just kind of playing with them too. That's it for now, folks. We thank you for joining us. I will be back here at the anchor desk tonight at 10 o'clock on Fox 22, and then back here on ABC 7 at 11 o'clock, if I can stay awake, that is. We hope you have a wonderful evening.